Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales are amazing games. I'm pretty sure that's like self-explanatory if you have already played those games already. And Spider-Man 2 is shaking up to look like even like really good or even better than Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. Except for someone by the name of Boy with Crazy Hair who made a video on Spider-Man 2 and complained about the animation, but said that that's not what he was complaining about. It doesn't make sense. He said that like, oh, I'm not complaining about the animations, but then he proceeds to complain about the animations throughout the whole video, which doesn't really make sense. And he just complained. All he complained about really was just the wingsuit, the 100% of the time, instead of something that actually makes sense, which honestly is nothing. There is honestly nothing to complain about Spider-Man 2 with what we've seen. Everything in Spider-Man 2 looks amazing, and it looks like just a much bigger upgrade of Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. So really, what he just said was a whole lot of nothing. What he did was he made a sandwich with no condiments, no like toppings. He didn't put any meat, cheese, or anything into that sandwich. He just slapped on like 2 pieces of bread and just nommed on that shit and complained about it because he put nothing into it, no effort. So anyways, let's get into the shit show.
Fiat, I think that's coming up soon, but PlayStation, Spider-Man, what else do they really have? I don't see anything on the radar. And
okay, so first things first, I want to get out of the way. Why the hell are you showing E3 2017 beta gameplay of Spider-Man 1 when you're trying to compare it to Spider-Man 2 and say that there is no new animations? What you're doing is literally just disproving your own argument because you are showing beta gameplay of the first Spider-Man. You just completely blew your whole argument out of the water, dude. And I don't even have to explain that. Like, if you have eyes, you can notice that by old animations versus new animations, which she is literally showing but pretending he is not. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And Spider-Man 2 doesn't look anything really great to me, to be honest. It looks like it might be a decent game if you really love the Spider-Man story. But as far as upgrades graphically, I'm not seeing anything crazy.
I agree that there wasn't any new like upgrade graphics shown in the gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2. But honestly, why does there need to? The graphics they used for Miles Morales and Spider-Man Remastered were honestly really good. I don't see any reason as to why you would want even better graphics in Spider-Man 2 when really, honestly, I feel like this is as good as graphics are gonna get, but with just minor, slightly new details in newer games. So I just honestly don't, unless you're talking about like, oh, I want a new art style for the game. In that case, then explain that. Explain that you want a new art style, not just better graphics. But why would you want a new art style? I don't get it.
As far as animation changes, I'm not seeing anything crazy. And that's what these
says he doesn't see any new animations when he's literally trying to compare beta gameplay of Spider-Man 1 to Spider-Man 2. And Spider-Man 2 is showing off new, honestly, crazy animations. Like, when are you going to stop disproving your own argument, dude?
people that are holding on to the thought that, oh, maybe they didn't show off some of the web animations for Spider-Man 2 yet. Maybe they're holding back animations. Yeah, right, they're holding back animations from the PlayStation Showcase. Yeah.
I seriously just think this guy is just hating to hate. Because he is literally showing off new animations in Spider-Man 2, including Venom powers and just fighting in general. But yet he tries to deny that there is new animations when you can obviously see that there is.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they just can't show off the new web system they have built for Spider-Man 2. Spoiler, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, man, I wonder why the wingsuit took 5 years to make in Spider-Man 2. I wonder why. Probably because they had 2 teams working on Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales. And let's be honest, Miles is not smarter than Peter, at least in this universe, so he wouldn't be able to make his own wingsuit. I doubt even Peter would would make his own wingsuit by himself. What my headcanon is, and I hate headcanons, but what my headcanon is that Peter and Miles actually work together to make their new suits and make the wingsuits. But you have to take it from a realistic standpoint that there were probably two teams or just the same team working on Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2. And that kind of manpower is going to, take up time to, implement new gameplay features or animations. So you're just arguing about
I'm willing to make this prediction just because of how confident I am, and all.
Your confidence is way too high. We've just started. We're only like a minute and 39. We're only a minute and 39 seconds in, and I can tell you, your confidence, it's up here, and you need to bring it like right to my chin, my man.
Also, just because they came out with the wingsuit. Now, this is what you have to understand about the wingsuit. The fact that they showed off the wingsuit means they probably didn't work on the web system as much.
Or hear me out. It's because people wanted the wingsuit. I also really like how he's showing like animations from completely different segments of the game. Like he's showing fighting combat in the E3 beta Spider-Man 1 gameplay, but then he's showing off stealth combat in Spider-Man 2. So your comparison really doesn't make any sense because you're taking two different kind of sides of the game and just pretending that they're the same thing when they're not. Like if you're trying to compare, actually compare. Compare stealth to stealth. Compare fighting to fighting. Don't do the opposite. We're only like 2 minutes in, and I can see why this commentary is only like 8 minutes.
Realize that if they just go ahead and add the wingsuit into this game, it's almost like a little bit of a cover-up or fix of the web system. And I'm not saying necessarily the web system in Spider-Man 2018 or Miles Morales were necessarily bad. They need a revamp. I've been playing the remastered version on PC quite a bit just to, go back and feel how it really is. It's really just, autopilot. There's no real interactivity with the web system in the game. It feels...
Yeah, and obviously that's because you're just not actually using the web swinging to its advantage. What you're literally doing is just swinging to a mission marker, which I can get. If you're just trying to go to the mission marker, then yeah, you're going straight. I mean, it makes sense you're trying to get to the mission marker. But how about you show some gameplay of you not going to a mission marker? Show some gameplay of you just free roaming, messing around in the big map of New York. At least it was big in this game. So your argument doesn't make sense because what you're just doing is going straight to a mission marker when you should show gameplay of you just free roaming. But honestly, I can get why you're not showing gameplay of you free roaming. It's probably because you're just bad at the web swinging.
You're trash, Brock.
Pretty smooth, but it gets very boring in a short amount of time. It's just the fact that as a player, you have zero control over it. You hold down R2, and after like an hour or two of web swinging, it just gets so unbearably boring to...
Yeah, you do hold down R2. And you know what you could do while holding down R2? Like, you could go over a building while still web swinging. You can wall run onto a building and take a tight right turn. There are so many things you can do in Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, but you're not showing that. Show like actual gameplay of you free roaming. Don't show you just going to a mission marker. Like, it doesn't help your argument at all. Okay, so post-recording Lando here. Just want to bring up another point. He never shows gameplay of Miles Morales in this video, like ever, and he keeps trying to make up these points like saying, oh, there's no new animations, just reusing animations from Miles Morales and Spider-Man 1, and there's no like, anything else to do in Miles Morales and Spider-Man 1 regarding web swing other than just holding down R2, when there are literally way more things to do with web swing while web swing and Miles Morales. Not to say that there isn't a lot of things to do while web swinging in the first Spider-Man game, but there is a lot more like stuff to do while swinging in Miles Morales. But for some reason, he doesn't show that at all, which is really funny and ironic.
Even try to finish the story or do anything else. This is just how I think. 5 years after Spider-Man 2, 5 years, and we're not even going to get a revamp of the web system. They're covering it up with a wingsuit.
Have you ever heard of that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? That's probably why they haven't changed much of it, because why would they need to? The only reason why you think they need like a massive overhaul is because you're just bad at it. Or at least, you're probably not, but you're just not showing that. The only gameplay of you web swinging that you showed was you going straight to a mission marker. You didn't show anything of you web swinging freely around the city yet. So, what is your point, man?
There was a unique slingshot move they showed off that was pretty cool, but besides that, you can tell the system is exactly the same as it was.
Hey, look at that. He actually compared fighting to fighting. And you know what was in that comparison? New animations. Jesus Christ, it's like I'm watching a Crowbat video again.
I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing a slight graphical step up.
Wait, what? Okay. Earlier you said there was no graphical, like...
Nothing crazy from PS4 to PS5. This is a PS5 only game, and graphically so far, I'm not seeing anything crazy like...
Is there no graphical upgrade or not? Like, make up your mind. This is why you need a script before complaining about a video game that hasn't even came out yet. Why are you even complaining about a game that hasn't even came out yet? I mean, it's not like this is like Day of Tomorrow, whatever that freaking new zombie game is called.
People would probably expect. I'm looking at this game and I'm saying, wow, if you have a PS5, you have nothing else to buy, and this game isn't really too much.
The only expectations we had were the Venom suit, the symbiote powers, and we did get that. Your expectations are this. Like this, but you need to bring it down like that, because like what you're expecting is way too much, dude. What you're expecting are things we have got, that and you're just denying that we've got them, or things that we can't get. We just can't.
Of a step up unless you're really looking forward to the story, which personally I am not. And that's really what they're pushing with this game, is the story. Venom, Lizard, whoever else the other hunter guy is. That's
other hunter guy. His name is Craven. How could you forget that?
The map 2 times bigger supposedly than the first, but they're gonna have probably not any increase in the interactivity in the open world. I guarantee you this is gonna have the same amount, maybe a little bit better of interactivity in the open world as Spider-Man 1 did. And Spider-Man 1, I mean, it was okay. There's fighting crimes every now and then, there's collecting backpacks, but besides that, there's not too much to really do.
Okay, you're just complaining about things that you don't know yet. Like, how do you... Are you working on this game? Do you know that there's not going to be any new side missions or, like, collectibles and stuff? Do you know that? Are you, like, working on the game and you got... Were you working on the game and you got fired by Insomniac and you're trying to expose Insomniac for not doing anything new to Spider-Man 2? I highly doubt it, because who would ever hire you? What sane video game developer or, like, video game company would hire someone like you that makes terrible points and just discredits his own arguments?
I will admit the new Venom combat looks pretty cool, but for me that's not really enough. When you look at the other things that they're neglecting here, open world's probably going to be neglected but big.
The only reason why you think they are neglecting the open world is because you are expecting way too much. This is how much you're expecting. Way too much, man. You're expecting like a whole new area, like New Jersey or like probably like Los Angeles or whatever, when Spider-Man is stationed in New York and places around New York like Queens and Brooklyn, which we are getting. But you're expecting like a whole new city to be implemented into the game, when realistically Spider-Man wouldn't be able to go from one city to another and stop crime. And another thing, if we did get something like that, you would not be able to fit anything else on your PlayStation. It would be like something like Call of Duty Cold War, which still takes 312 gigabytes to install. Do you want Spider-Man to be Call of Duty?
Just how every other game is coming out now. Same web swinging, they just throw a wingsuit in there to make it better.
I really don't get how people could complain about this when literally the Batman Arkham series has a way worse traversal system, and it's literally just a copy and paste from every other game. The only reason why it's better in Arkham Knight is because you can go way faster with the grapple hook after upgrading it, and you got the Batmobile. And I just hate how people just completely ignore the fact that Arkham has not even a good traversal system.
I just don't like that. I don't like that, the fact that they're focusing too much on the story.
Oh yeah, who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought that in a story-driven video game, they would be focusing more on the story? Who would have thought, man? That's crazy. Markiplier, are you hearing this shit right now?
They just keep clicking R2, press X, nosedive a little bit.
Again, back to my previous point. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The only reason why you think it's broke is because you were just bad at it, or else you were just not showing good gameplay.
You're trash, Brock.
That down. Like I said, if you don't have a PS5, I don't think anyone is stressing out here that they don't have a PS5 and they can't get Spider-Man 2. I mean, it just doesn't look that much of an increase to me.
Holy shit. Something I can actually agree with this guy on. But it's not that big. So actually, I agree. You really don't have to stress about getting a PS5 anymore, because really, they're not that hard to get anymore. Like, you can go almost really anywhere on the internet, like Amazon, Target, Walmart, even GameStop, if those even still exist, Best Buy, and there are still PlayStation 5s on sale. Not even just PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series X and S's. So that's what I agree. I agree with you on that.
The web suit actually really reminds me of the grappling hook from the original Dying Light, just because the grappling hook in Dying Light was so OP once you where the wingsuit isn't that overpowered and you still have to swing.
Okay, so yeah, I think this does prove my point. You're just bad at the web swing, which you're literally just killing your own momentum, dude, by just doing tricks like that and just like not web swing correctly. Like, my god, dude.
But I see it as to where the wingsuit, you're probably going to be able to use it really whenever you really want. I feel like web swinging once you get the wingsuit.
Look at that! Like, he just killed his own momentum, and he's complaining about. I'm gonna have a seizure.
Be pretty insignificant to even do. There would be no point if the wingsuit is faster and the web swinging is the same system as the first game. There's just no point to even do it.
I actually kind of agree with you on that, because why do we need to make the web swinging faster? The web swinging is literally momentum based. And I remember when Spider-Man PC came out and people were saying, oh, this new web swinging mod for Spider-Man PC, it makes the web swinging so much better. Why? Because it takes no effort to go fast while web swinging anymore? That doesn't make it better. That just proves that you are just too lazy to actually put effort into web swinging.
I did actually hear that the web swinging is supposed to be faster, but again, that doesn't really change anything or fix what I thought the problem was with the first game. I thought the problem was with the first game, after a couple hours of swinging, that shit got really annoying and tedious and repetitive. I did not want to continue to even play the game after a couple hours. It's literally just R2, L3, R2, R2X, L3, R2, R2. Like, it's just the same thing over and over. And you don't...
I know I keep explaining this, but he keeps bringing it up, and he just makes it even dumber and dumber. The reason why you don't like the web swing is because you're not putting any effort into web swinging. You're killing your own momentum. You're not wall running. You're not doing anything to make your web swinging experience better or actually good. So it's not that the web swinging is bad. It's you that is bad.
You're trash, bro.
And you don't even have to aim. That's the difference from a grappling hook as well. You don't even have to aim the webs, so it feels like it's doing all the work for you.
Okay, so sorry for a lot of these like audio only like parts of this video. These are just to make up a lot of the stuff that he said that I didn't catch while recording. So I'm just trying to make up that stuff. And just to regard your you wanting to aim while web swinging. Did you like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 game on PC? Did you like that kind of web swinging where you had to aim? Because if you did, that explains a lot to why you don't like this new web swinging system.
Really is. They should have never added the wingsuit. They should have made the map a bit bigger, but not 2 times, maybe 1.25 or 1.5.
Again, your expectations are this, and they need to be like this. It's like you're freaking Mario from SML Jeffy, but instead of you being high, it's your expectations being high. What new part of the map would they implement then? Your argument just does not make any sense. And that's really it. The few the few last seconds of this video is really just his like closing thoughts and just restating everything he said. And just asking what you guys think of the new game coming out so far. And God, just everything about that was just so bad. He made literally no sense. He said literally nothing. It literally just boiled down to him just being bad. And again, like I said in the beginning, all he did was complain about the wingsuit and nothing else. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this video. Some advice: maybe when you're trying to complain about a game before it's out, maybe wait until it's out so you actually have something to complain about, because there's really nothing to complain about Spider-Man 2. You're just making up stuff just to make a hate video and just to hate. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So there's be some more videos that you want me to talk about and rant over. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.